That's good, everybody. I do hope y'all are doing well and staying safe. We're gonna go ahead and continue on with the run. I gotta get used to the whole fact that everything is done on my gaming computer except for actually hosting the stream. It's really weird. I'm like always wanting to click on the OBS on my actual, what's it called? On my host computer. I always have to remember you send a digital image over to your host computer. It's nice though, I don't ever have to worry about using an Elgato ever again. And I'd have to say I think I get better quality than I did with my Elgato. Very happy about that. I kind of wish I had more duration on here, but the build just really won't allow for it. That's because I'm not using prime short-footed. If I was, then I would have more than... oh man, that's bad. I'd have more than enough space to actually do what I need. Those extra 2 mod slots, just... when you're not using it, just you can hinder your builds pretty happily. Definitely still workable though. You just have to cast maybe a little more frequent than you want, or may not have as much strength as you may want, or something like that. There's usually just some gift that you're gonna have to do. Like here I decided to lose some duration instead of losing power strength. And it's only mainly because I haven't done really any testing with Octavia fully since the changes to Eximuses, so I just kind of wanted to play it safe and get myself a nice mallet in 4. Well, mallet 4 and 3. A nice amount of extra multi-shot. All that kind of goodness. I have no clue, but I dropped a MOA at some point, and I don't know when. But I did. Oh, definitely recently, if it's 396. I guess I just fat fingered it then. What's my key binding for that? Oh, N? Oh, okay, I could see that. I could see that. Accidentally hitting space at the same time and my thumb was moved up too far forward. We'll just keep him right there though. That should be okay. I hope you've been well, Ottoman. Good to see you, man. Always good to see you, homie. I'm happy they fixed the game. Galvanize mods and fucking arcanes work again appropriately. So now I can actually do my runs. It's not like I couldn't do my runs, like they weren't achievable, like they were definitely doable, even without like those. It's just, I didn't want to make incomplete builds and I really wanted to have a good idea of what the build was fully capable of. So, yeah. Hope you're doing well, homie. It's always good to see you, man. That was weird. I really didn't, like, my pads did not want to drop there. There's my ammo pad. Everything else dropped fine. Ammo pad just said, nah. Nah, you ain't getting that, homie. Ah. Ah. Baker? Ah, welcome back. What's good, Dan? How you doing, man? Yeah, they fixed the game, so there we are. They finally fixed the bugs. So that I can have a real idea of what my builds look like. You think? I don't know. I really don't. I don't like to think. I just like to react. Yeah. I just can't play the game when they have it in a broken state. I really can't. I put way too many hours into the game to sit around and deal with it. When they fix it, I don't mind coming back and enjoying it. Good old Octavia now out of request of Danny. You haven't played Warframe in a while? I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'd come back like every few like weeks or so just to see if anything was fixed yet. Yeah. What's up? Oh, okay. Content drop for you? I could understand that. I still have my goal of trying to get every frame to level caps, or a 12-hour run in survival. That doesn't go anywhere. As long as that's still a goal in mind, I still have plenty of drive to play the game as long as it works. As long as it works. Now, if I want to do anything else in the game, I can tell you no. I don't want to crack relics. I don't want to do fissures. I don't want to do RVs. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to focus on this goal. That's where I'm at with the game. So, in a way, I can definitely understand the content drought, because like if I didn't have this personal want, I don't think I'd be playing. I really don't. But I mean, the thing is when you have like, you know, like you have literally like over 5,000 hours into the game, it's hard to really look at it in any other light. It's not like I'm fresh to the game. I've only been playing for maybe a year or 2 years. I got like almost 8,000 hours into this game. When do your goals end up running out? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'd be a lot closer to having this done too if like I didn't have that good little bit of a time where I had to deal with the bugs. 5,000 hours for you? Yeah, yeah, yeah. After you hit like 2,500 hours in Warframe, like 2,000 hours, probably, maybe even 1,000 respectively, it's really, you run out of things to do in the game. It is not a 10,000 hour game, nowhere near. Nowhere near. To feel comfortable in Warframe takes like 500 hours at very most. And that's if you decide to pretty much farm everything. You buy things with plat by selling, even just selling items. Like, it goes down to like closer to 200 hours. As long as you buy correctly and all that. And even farm correctly. Really just doesn't take long. And then everything else past that is just like personal goals from there. I can't say I have the biggest issue with it at the end of the day. I understand the model they're going for, but yeah. It is just the reality. I will say I have a lot of interest in Soulframe. That's where all my interest is. I don't have too much of an interest in the MMO, though I'll probably end up taking a look at it and entertaining it. But Soulframe, I don't know. Something speaks to me about that. I'm guessing it's going to be a slower paced Warframe, which I'm so on board with. A more methodical Warframe, like, is going to be so fucking good. Soulframe looks cool. Yeah, yeah. I'd say its concept scene is cool, is what I would say about it. Because the concept scenes are really cool. We haven't really gotten, at least I haven't gotten much of a look to be like, the game looks cool. I have no clue. Its concept seems really fucking cool. So, we'll see where things go from there. Warframe is just jumping around with the Brahma. There's no reason to do anything except for fun. Exactly. I mean, to be fair, the game was really nothing but fun to begin with anyways. The game was never really serious. Even in the days when I was pushing against in world records, and we're talking before, like, the old path was even in existence and all that type of stuff. It was really just for fun. We were all just sitting around having a good time. We didn't care. We didn't get sweaty or anything crazy like that. And it even goes for like the really long world record runs. It wasn't sweaty, it was enjoyable, it was fun. I can't say anything was ever really hard on Warframe. It's just Warframe's difficulty comes in the form of tediousness. And that's the way it's always been. It's just always been a very tedious game. And that's what makes it challenging, is because, like, tedious is its own level of challenging. It's not exactly, like, easy to just master a tedious game. Not like Cuphead. Very tedious. And, like, what's that other one? The game where you're, like, the guy with the sledgehammer and you're jumping up things and all that. Can't remember what that was called. Like, yeah, like, those types of games are just really tedious. And that's what makes them hard. I feel like that way about Warframe. It's just extremely tedious. Unless you're just doing basic end content, but like Endurance is just some of the most tedious content that you can get for Warframe. And Fishers and stuff like that, I don't know, I would really fully agree on that. They do exterminates and all that. There's probably a line of tediousness in there, and that goes in the, if you're like trying to be efficient, I would say. Because like trying to control Titania and all that shit is kind of tedious at the end of the day. It's really like a We do it your eyes closed type deal. You're moving so damn fast it becomes tedious, otherwise you're just slamming into walls all the time. Profit taker and etalons, all that shit's just tedious. Even raids back in the day were tedious. Tedious and exploitable. Then I realized it's DE. Yeah, pretty much. I have no clue what's going on there. Much of it being like the MMO. That's probably where I'll end up seeing that. At least that's what I'm gonna guess. So I don't know if they're actually working on that end of things. From what I can gather looking at everything, it's like they're really separated on their jobs. And Warframe is or Digital Extremes is using Warframe as a test like or what's it called? A way to test and implement the features that they want to add in that game. Primed soon. Everything's a primed soon in this mode. You heard about the crossplay and all that. Like, that shit's just going. That's a soon TM consistently, man. Like, I've never seen, like, a company hit out with so many soon TMs. And don't communicate with each other? Yeah, yeah. Oh, you mean Warframe? Oh, no, I more meant the MMO. The two different companies working on the MMO. Almost, okay. I will be right back, everybody. Our food is getting delivered. So, I'll be back. I think it was F2. Was it F2? Yeah, there we go. I'm remembering stuff. I'll be right back. Buddy, I am back. I will admit I did eat some food. It's so good. Oh, man. That pizza place just never ceases to amaze me. Mm. Mm. I love really good local pizza places. They're just so damn good. I will have pictures later on over on my Instagram. I don't know if I have my Instagram in the comments or in the description down below. It's like baker.fitness or something along the lines of that. Yeah. I'll post pictures later on there. I already took them, so it's just gonna be posting them now. And then we got 2 pizzas, some wood oven, spinach, and artichoke dip. Well, everything's that goes in the oven as a wood oven there, so. Asiago cheese breadsticks, marinara sauce, tiramisu, and some cannolis. Oh, it's so yummy. give me a moment, everybody. And Danny told me I was having some drop frames, so I am currently trying to look over everything to see if I can't have a remedy to the problem. Okay, so I'm sending here about 100 megs. Okay, so it's not just me? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was on downdetector.com and over 50% is...
On YouTube? Okay, so YouTube is having issues right now. It's not me, everybody. I was gonna say, I was looking over all my stats. Everything was fine. The amount that I'm downloading and uploading, my GPU, CPU usage, and all that stuff, everything was fine. I know what I'm doing on a computer, I swear. No, you don't, Baker. Shut your mouth. True. I'm just an out-of-touch old man when it comes to PCs. All these fancy doohickeys. Would you stop shooting me with your boom stick and shit, man? What the hell's the matter with you? Yeah, hopefully everything resolves itself. If it doesn't, then I apologize, buddy, and it's not me. If it does end up becoming me, I'll let you know, though. I will definitely let you know, though. Otherwise, it will be YouTube doing it. Because there are like 50% of streams right now, or something like that, are reporting issues on Down Detector. So, at least that's what Danny was telling me. I have a stealth. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thought I still had that up. There we go. Get that back out there. We still got our two guys down there. They'll help keep that downstairs area a little more clear for me so that my O2 can be a little more consistent. Because right now O2 is not looking in sexiest of spots right now. Getting better though. Yeah, on download detector, over 50% of the complaints were okay, streaming related. My bad. Okay. So yeah. YouTube's having issues. Hopefully they resolve them soon. Trauma build? I'll have in my build video when I do it, I'll have that. How you doing though, Jordan? It's a basic Brahma build though. Hunter munitions viral. And you'll be able to find the build video in the description below. I will have my build video channel is there. So that is where I'll be posting that. I already do have a couple builds up. I might have a Brahma or two build up. I'm not 100%. Like runs with Brahma. Have to look though. Good. Awesome. That's good to hear. Looks like I meant corrosive. I'm sorry. Viral is on my Zenny Star. Viral radiation on Zenny Star. I'm sorry. My bad. But yeah, this has viral radiation on it. And it just makes it easier once I get to level cap. But like right now, it's not really too mandatory. Yeah. Corrosive just to help scale the mallet better. Otherwise, you can run viral if you so want to. I can't say it's really going to make too big of a difference either way. It comes down to personal preference. You will have less TTK time with corrosive against acolytes. So that would be about your biggest change or as an overall. You fed up by getting an electric element on mine, you're hunting for a new one. Well, at least you have easy corrosive there if you so wanted to. Or even viral electric. I mean, viral electric isn't bad. Electric, in my opinion, is extremely underrated. But I think it's really good. I enjoy it. It's not as strong as heat, don't get me wrong, but I think it's underrated in a general aspect. It's a phenomenal CC. Yeah, but it's not working very well. I mean, it won't work as well, but I can't say it should be working pretty well. What are you doing on a viral electric, I take it you're referring to? And what kind of content are you going up against? I guess that should be the really big question there. Because depending on the content will really depend on how well that can work. Like if you're fighting Demolist, it might not work that well. But if you're just like going to level cap in a normal mission or something like that, or Steel Path, I think it should be fine. You'll just need some frame synergy if you're not going to have viral. Steel Path, oh, Grenier, oh, okay, okay. Are you running Hunter's munitions? Because even though you have the strip, it'll be nice to have the dot as a general aspect. Ah, your build isn't good at all. Well, you help getting it better. Understandable. It's really just trial and error to your own playstyle and the frames you're using and all that. Like, I had, like, slightly different builds for everything. How are you in general on mods? Like, are you missing any kind of, like, mods to what you generally see in build videos? That could be one of the biggest factors if you don't have the appropriate mods. Because that is definitely this game. If you don't have the exact, like, right mods, your builds can be a little trashy. Duplicates of Bronzy? Oh, okay. Okay. I have no opinion on that, to be fair. I don't look up his builds. I mean, I know he's popular, so I can't say they should be bad builds. I have no clue on what he does or anything like that. I don't really look up builds or anything. I kind of just do my own thing. But yeah, from what I see and everything, is a popular individual, so maybe you might want to try like setting it up exactly to how he has it set up, but also like frames and stuff, and see if you then meet the same results that he does. That's something you could try and do, and then you can kind of go from there to figure out if you're doing something wrong. It's just new, understandable. Yeah, you're learning a new style and stuff like that. That'll make a big difference. It's one of the reasons why I don't look up other people's builds, is I've been playing for long enough to where I'm just kind of set in stone on my playstyle, and I know how to build around my playstyle for the most part. I mean, there are plenty of times where I'm going to spend 20-30 hours on a build trying to get it right. So like this Octavia build, how long did this particular one, I think, took me 16-ish hours with testing. Zeramon right now. Oh, okay, so the new stuff. That's understandable. I have no clue what's going on in the new stuff there. I actually wish I could help you on that more. I'm ignorant. I'm just an endurance lover. And I haven't found any of the arcanes or anything really worth it. Because they've either nerfed the shit out of them, or they just didn't interest me to begin with, so. But, okay, I get you there now. It's definitely, that's a thing in itself, from what I've seen. Yeah, like I don't even have arbitrations unlocked anymore because of all that. I just don't have a desire to do arbitrations. So finally that they fixed the oh yeah, did you, when you were testing these builds, let me ask you something here. Did you last test these builds during the bug when galvanized mods and the arcanes for weapons were bugged? Because if so, I would highly recommend you go back around now and see what it looks like. Because the game was bugged and all those arcanes and stuff like that actually weren't working appropriately. If you lost one stack, you had to lose all your stacks in order to actually gain stacks back. So it was like a huge pain, and you pretty much never had it available then at that rate. So that could be a big part of what your problem was. It was something I just remembered. So depending on how long ago these tests were and stuff like that, your issues could actually be resolved. For about 5 years. Well, then I can guarantee at some point it happened. But it was within the last two to 3 months, I want to say, that the bug actually was taking place, and it was fixed 2 days before TennoCon, or a day before TennoCon this year. So like it was very recently fixed. Monthly to yearly, understandable. When you've been playing for 5 years, man, I mean, I've been playing the game for roughly about the same amount of time as you have. I started when Hydroid Prime was released and Frost was released on Twitch Prime. So I started about 2 months before that, roughly, a month before that. And yeah, I can get you on that. Once you've been playing for that long, it's kind of something you come back on occasion with. So yeah, totally get you there. But yeah, if it was all recently with the testing and all that you're having issues like within the past like couple weeks to like months, that could be it. And I would recommend going back and retaking a look at things to see how they work. Because that's all it could be. I stopped doing runs for about 2 weeks. Or no, over a month, I want to say. Yeah, over a month. Because of the bug. Not because like runs weren't completely doable for me. It's just the builds didn't work correctly, and I didn't really know what I could use. Like, I could only use viral hunter munition builds because corrosive didn't do enough damage anymore, because like I wasn't getting the appropriate stacking buffs. But now that that's fixed, it's not actually an issue anymore. Since Oberon Prime came out, you think? It was a little bit before me then. It was a little bit before me. Hiccup's going over here for some reason. That's not even bad hiccups. That's just so random. Not bad enough to make you want to hold your breath. Not bad enough to make you want to go get some sugar or something. It's just bad enough to make you annoyed on occasion. Come on. Thank you. I would say subjectively would help me a lot. How would it benefit me? Let's put it that way. I've looked over everything out in there. Nothing seems to benefit me enough to call it more than window dressing. Because like I was saying back then, I couldn't do it because there was bugs in the game. Not that I can't do it now. There's a huge difference. Now it's not an issue because the bugs were fixed. But yeah, everything is just window dressing that came out there, in my opinion. I'm not saying it's bad. None of it's like not really a lot of it's like horrible or anything like that, but I don't find it necessary in any of the slightest way. And the only things that I did find worth getting ended up getting nerfed, so I don't even have an interest in them anymore because they got nerfed to the point to where they don't actually appeal to me over what my current items that I use right now, especially arcanes. Like, I don't even have all my waybounds unlocked from etalons and all that. It's nothing. It's not needed. It's window dressing. All of it's window dressing. Yeah, but I can't get rid of the current arcanes that I have. They benefit me more. A lot more. Without the arcanes that I'm running right now, I wouldn't have my Brahma build. And that's what I mean by like window dressing, is that nothing to become like such a wall amazing upgrade to where it like actually has to replace items that I already use. Nothing was like that. There was the one crit arcane that had the viability of doing that with overshields, but that kind of it isn't really worth it in my opinion. So too much annoying uptime and stuff like that, and I like just, if I'm sitting in a mission for 12 hours, I want to do as little as humanly possible. Like, I'm going to keep myself away from gimmicky stuff and having to do lineups and all that type of stuff, like, as much as I can. And I just want things to be streamlined as smooth as possible so I don't have to worry about, like, going wrong on a rotation and then going wrong on it and causing me to die or something of the sort. I'd rather have as much as I can autopilot so that I can focus on everything else around me easier. Plus it keeps your mental endurance from fading quicker, which is extremely important. Having to do like 1,000 things at all times to where it's mandatory or your whole like build doesn't work together is just like, I don't know how people do it. I give anyone a lot of respect that can sit there and do that for 12 hours, 15 hours, even 8 hours just to like a level cap for 8.5. I give anyone more an immense amount of respect for being able to actually focus like that. That's not easy. And my limitations also in my build, I don't use Prime Short-Footed because I don't have the login days for it right now. So my builds for my Warframes are a lot more hindered. This is a second account. I deleted the first one after too many trade suspensions for long endurance runs back when I used to push for world records, before like shield gating and all that even existed. I'm just a washed up old man. He just does his 12-hour runs. I'm glad that fire aura doesn't really scale crazy. It kind of worried me there. That was going to be like slash or something like that on me. It doesn't really scale. So that's some good news with the bears. Looks like my PC's down below. I'm gonna have to drop some new ones. Okay, let's get our stealth up. Let's go take care of that really quick here. So the only thing I don't like about this room is this one spot where it bugs and spawns. It's extremely annoying. Alright. There we go. Bam. I think we're gonna go ahead and take a bit of a break here. I'm gonna go get some meds in me and such. We're doing pretty good on the run. We're 2 hours, 48 minutes in, so we're approaching up on our 3-hour mark, which will mean we'll be 20%? 25% done with the run. That should be awesome. That will be what's up right there. And we'll be able to keep this going then after we come back. As always, if you have not, definitely be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also be sure to check out the description down below for other YouTube channel and such like that. Like I said, good night, thank you for those that do stay around and have stayed around. And we'll see you all back on the break right after this fucking acolyte spawns. Die, bitch. AFK. There you spawn on me in the middle of talking. Oh shit! I hit and oh no. Hold on. I'm gonna get you a friend again. Hold on, buddy. I'm coming. I'm coming here. We got you a buddy again. There's your friend. Socialize, bitch. Oh my god, game, let me move. I need to move. We have an immune boy. We do. We have an immune boy. 2 immune boys. Look at you. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. This should be pretty good on our 2. Yeah, there we go. Alright. We are gonna go ahead and be right back, everybody. How about that? Are we working? Yeah, now we're here. Okay. And that was weird. That was weird. Anyways, we are back. We're gonna go ahead and get back into this run here. With the unfortunate events that happened with Danny earlier, it prompted me to actually see how my mom was doing as well, and I finally heard back from her completely. And her knee is looking really, really good. I'm so happy. The rash is cleared up. The only thing the doctors are worried about now is her mobility and range of motion more than anything. Range of motion. And they're working on that. They got her on aquatic physical therapy. She has a treadmill for like the pool and everything. Like, it's just the amount of stuff they have that woman on right now is incredible. Very, very happy. Very happy. I was worried because her rash spread back into an infection. The fact that this was going to be the second knee replacement in a year, because it was one day before a year when she got her second replacement done because of complications due to an infection. Yeah, if that didn't work, they were actually going to have to amputate her leg from the knee down. So I was not the biggest fan of hearing about that. I'm very happy everything's cleared up now. And they're just, like I said, worried about her range of motion. Which I think she'll go back in time. She's always had poor range of motion, so it's like really nothing new to me at that rate. It's like, oh, well, that's normal. I do get that she should probably have better after the replacement, but the fact that she never had good range of motion to begin with, it's going to make it that much harder for the body to actually even have that range of motion to be achievable. I don't know how transparent she was with her doctors about that. I'm very, very happy overall. No, I shouldn't say overall. Very happy with that subject overall. What's good, kiddos? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. We're just chilling, though. Getting this Octavia run on now that they fixed the arcanes and the galvanized mobs. All happy. Baker's happy for that. Oh boy, am I happy for that. On a request for my girlfriend to do Octavia, because it's her favorite frame. So we'll get Octavia done, and then afterwards we'll jump back up on over Wisp. Well, we're gonna be knocking these things out. I'm gonna try to go as hard as I can, more or less, while not falling behind on my workout routine. So. I'm gonna try to have balance. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Oh man. No, I do hope you have been doing well. I will say too, having these arcanes and mods back, they're nice. I missed having them. Oh man. I can use corrosive again. It's very, very nice. I miss using corrosive. It was why I had to use viral for the longest time, apparently. Like, it's real. It was literally why I had to use viral. It's crazy. I can go back to enjoying corrosive again and having better DK on acolytes. Been going good yourself? Yeah, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it too. Yeah, it's nice actually have our builds working again. Oh man. I will say after watching TennoCon, everything made more sense on why there isn't as much support on Warframe as we would hope there would be. But what I will say is I wish there was more transparency earlier on. I can understand not doing it because you want to have everything completely set in stone and ready. But I will say, like, not knowing and having to deal with all of the issues, it really left a sour taste. But it's like after finding out why, you know, the company is essentially like split into creating 3 different games at one time. I can actually take an understanding into things. Like, oh, well, no, that makes sense. Okay, that's fine. Like, I'm actually okay. But I wish I would have known. I'm still not okay to put money into the game, don't get me wrong. And that goes in part with the whole thing of, like, there was not enough transparency and I had no idea what the fuck was going on. And it makes sense why the support for Warframe in the past, like, year has just completely tanked to the floor. Year and a half. So it's like, okay, well now I see it. Like, I would have been fine even with the teaser. Like, you don't even got to tell us the name of the game or anything like that. You could just be like, we're working on new crazy things for the company and all that. So just stay tuned for what we got planned, because there's gonna be some new crazy stuff. And you just say, like, for the company. Because DE has always been really good at how they say things, not exactly what they say, but how they say it. And I don't ever, I mean, I guess I would say I am fairly out of touch with dev live streams, so they might have, there's a good chance that they might have actually worded something as such and no one else really picked up on it, so I never actually got wind of it. But yeah, I definitely would have liked something to have known. Like I said, it's also a fault of mine for not keeping up with dev live streams, as they are prime times and all that, so. But it was very interesting DenoCon. Very symbolic too, I will say. The handing off of the reins over to Rebecca so that Steve can go work on his own little project that was pretty unique. That was pretty unique. I thought that was a cute way to do it. I'll give some faith into things, as I always do with DE, and we'll see where the ship goes. It's not like with Activision that was just bought out by Microsoft, you know? So, like, I have no clue what's going on there. Last I heard, Halo was trash, so it's like, I don't have any faith in Call of Duty anymore. Now that I know Microsoft bought them out, it's like, I just lost all faith. I lost every bit of faith. World of Warcraft gone. Like, all of that. Like, I just lost complete faith in that. Like, Microsoft, man, come on, bro. Y'all destroyed your flagship game to begin with. How the hell am I supposed to put faith into you when you destroyed your flagship game for the console you created? Repeat that again. How did I have faith in you when you destroyed the flagship game designed for the console you created? Oh yeah, also, whatever happened to Windows 10 being the last Windows we'd ever need? Just... I'll wait. I'll wait. Oh man. Yeah, no, I have more faith in DE than I do, like, most companies nowadays now. Like, a lot more faith. Yeah, I have lost a huge amount of faith after hearing about that buyout. Oh man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it puts me onto the edge of refunding my pre-order of Modern Warfare 2. Like, really close. Really close. That's a way to make me lose faith, I'll tell you that much. That is an immediate way to make me lose faith. That company of all companies, man. For all I know, the only reason why Microsoft bought them out was like the same reason why Activision bought out Blizzard, for the launcher. That was it. That was why they bought them out. They bought them out for that damn launcher. So it wouldn't surprise me if Microsoft bought them out for the launcher. It really would. There's a lot of faith lost after hearing that. It's like, I don't know what would be worse. Activision still having control of the company, or Microsoft taking control of the company? I don't know. I don't know. What level are they? 28? I don't think, yeah, I haven't dropped the new Spectre the whole run. And my Spectres down below are dead, so I'm going to want to go ahead and go back down there real quick and clear that up. Let's get the re-stealth up. Shh. Computer. I don't know if y'all heard the Windows noise. I apologize if you did. That would be my PC, not yours. Input language switching. I don't want to do a language switch. I'm just hitting like 40 key bindings at once because I'm playing Warframe. Like, just let me do it, alright? Oh no, I hope this doesn't get on the Acolyte too. Okay, good, I killed him. I was hoping that shield did not go on the Acolyte. I wouldn't have enjoyed it. 90% damage reduction on him. I guess it wouldn't have made the biggest difference, to be fair. He kind of just fell over. Alright, well, we got our boys down there now, so they'll help clean up those spawns down there regularly for us, because for some reason, I don't know why, but mobs like to spawn down there, so we have to account for that. That's the only issue with this room. Outside of that, this is honestly the perfect room for anything. Have I tried Plasma or with Mag yet? Yeah, I like Archiplasma with Mag. It's actually really enjoyable. Really enjoyable. Really strong. Stupid strong is what that is. I don't like Exergise in a general aspect because of its like one-shot capacity. I've never been a fan of that. I didn't like Vectus for that reason because the Meta Vectus build was a one-shot build or a one-bullet build. So, but I have seen good things with it, yeah. But yeah. Tenant Plasmor, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Because Archiplasmor was one of my favorite weapons back in the day before the Tenant line came out. We're like a million moons ago. So that was a fun time. You haven't tested at level caps though? Definitely level cap viable with Plasmor. It's like, in my opinion, it's like so level cap viable that it's hard to like actually maintain like keeping up your rotation appropriately without just being awkward until you hit level cap. There's just so much damage output with that thing. So damn much. Yeah, definitely an enjoyable weapon. My only issue with weapons like that is just a KPH issue. Your kills per hour are going to be less because you don't have as much explosion radius because it's not really an explosive weapon. It's more of a aerial weapon. Not aerial. What's the word I'm looking for here? Because it's not like a single fire weapon, but it's also not an AoE weapon. It's kind of like in the middle, you know what I mean? And it has its own limitations due to that. So, like the highest kills per hour, even with Saren, I was only able to get like 9,200 kills per hour with Saren, and that's going into the same area that I went in with the Barama and Saren, or even Probanos, Cernos, and Saren. I could hit closer to like 14,000 to 13,000 kills per hour. So it definitely has a huge reduction in it and everything, but it's still an extremely viable weapon. And if you're running group play, it's a fucking S tier weapon without even a question. Because you can have other people to help to specialize in those other issues that you may be lacking in. Yeah, it's just a really big projectile, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, very good weapon. Definitely level cap viable. Don't need a Riven for it either. I don't even know what you would get if you would, like, who would want a Riven on it. Maybe, like, the same thing you'd put on Barama, crit chance or crit damage with multi-shot. And that would be just about it, more or less. Or, like, crit damage, crit chance, crit damage, you know, etc. Fire rate, or not fire, but reload is another one that could probably be viable on that. Because it has, like, the worst reload, too. Hate that reload. Yeah, definitely a good one. If Barama didn't have, like, the best kills per hour in the game to, like, the extent that it does for survival, I probably would be using Plasma. But, like, Barama's kill per hour is just so damn strong that if I'm doing test runs, I really don't like to use anything else. I don't know. I don't want to have to be sitting here guessing on whether the pin's the problem or the frame's the problem. You know, it's like, alright, I know the weapon's fine. The weapon can, like, by itself can get me, like, 7,500 to 8,000 kills per hour. You have one for fire rate, crit chance, and some other stat. That's actually good. That's good. That's good. Because it has a pretty bad fire rate on it. Is it like a one fire rate? So it's like one shot a second. Baseline for it. Because I remember I would either use like Vile acceleration or arcane acceleration for it. That gun, as good as it is, it also needs a lot. It needs a lot. You need to pump a lot into getting the negatives of it into it, like to make them even out. Oh my god, game. Alright, I should stop that. There we go. That's looking good. Pop Ba-da-ba-ba. Right after this accolade, I'm going to take a bit of an extended break to go get some meds in me and do a slight workout. The blood flowing. Yeah. Okay. We are looking good there. Alright, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and be right back here. Go take care of all that stuff like I just said. Be sure if you have not to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel. There we go. Be sure if you have not also subscribed to my build videos channel, you can find that down in the description below. But as always, can I thank you enough for those of you who do stay around, have stayed around, and we'll see you all like everybody. I am going to go ahead and actually just end off here. I've been notified by Dan because I'm keeping an eye on things. That there's the problem is just getting worse with the stream, and it's not so much even just me. It's like there's even more people giving reports of having issues and all that. So I'm gonna end off the stream. I'm gonna do the run offline. I really don't know if I'll be back streaming. I'll continue to work on these runs. If when YouTube clears up, I'll probably be back with some more streams then. But until then, I'm just gonna kind of not really sit here and just run this thing dry for no reason at the end of the day. When I could just kind of do the runs offline and have it easier on my computers. I don't have to run 2 PCs then. Yeah. If it's not one thing, it's another thing that stops me from doing streaming. I'll tell you that much. Man. His life though. We'll figure that out. We'll figure things out. But as always, cannot thank you enough for all of you that have tuned in and all of that. And I do hope you all take care. Stay safe, stay humble, be open, and as always, never stop searching. Peace, everybody.